Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. If you're new to our channel, welcome. Here at Mad About Skin, we're passionate about helping you to get the most out of your skincare. So if you haven't already, now's a fantastic time to click that link below, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, and you won't miss out on any of our amazing future content. Now, in today's video, we are talking the best skincare brands of 2020. On this channel, I've already covered my favourite skincare products of 2020, which I will leave there. That's like the Hall of Fame skincare guide. I'll leave a link to it there, so check that out if you haven't already. But today we're taking the focus away from the individual products and talking about the overall 5 best skincare brands of 2020. When I pulled this video together, I thought about the sort of things which make a really good skincare brand. Obviously, you've got to have A+, ding ding ding, stand out products. But beneath that, you also have a really good price point. Price point which reflects the quality of the formulation which goes into the product. You've got to have bang on superstar ethics. I'm talking zero animal testing, so none of these brands mentioned today test on animals. I also want to something that gives back to the consumer, maybe gives back to some charity or environmental concerns, something that just ups the ethical nature of the brand. I also want some gorgeous packaging, because who doesn't want a product to look snatched and beautiful on their vanity, and some great customer service. That kind of always seems to be the thing we think of last. So I'm going to be sharing with you some of my experiences with these individual brands and their customer service as we go along. I want you to pause the video now and leave me a comment below, play the game and guess which are going to be my top 5 skincare brands of 2020. Leave me a comment with you probably won't get them in the right order, because there are a couple of surprises and a few things that I might have mixed up a little bit, and I'll explain as I go along. But leave me a comment with what you think my top 5 are going to be, and let's get straight into it. Coming in at number 5 is a brand which I have loved since I launched this channel. It's a fantastic cruelty-free British brand which offers some really good vegan products as well, and that is the Inkey List. I love their price point. I love all about their packaging, because it's all very simple but beautiful. The price point is literally drugstore throughout. I think their most expensive product is like £12 here in the UK, so beautifully affordable, and they keep their stock levels really consistent, particularly here in the UK, which is where they're based, but it is getting better internationally. The 2 standout products for me are this, which I won't mention too much because you'll all read me to filth and say, seriously, if I hear you mention this product once more on the channel, I might scream. That's the Oat Cleansing Balm. Say it quietly, but this has been a go-to for me for the whole of 2020. I absolutely love it. Goes on really well, gets rid of all of your dirt, debris and SPF, and it's just a great £9, $10 cleanser. Who doesn't want that? My second favourite product from them, and this is quite difficult because there's so many that I really love, but has to be their PHA toner. This is a polyhydroxy acid exfoliating toner, and they were one of the first companies, other ones have come into the market since, but one of the first companies to offer a polyhydroxy acid exfoliator, one of the most gentle types of exfoliation, and I absolutely love it. I've left links to both of those products, as I will for any that I mentioned in this video below, so click the link if you do want to check them out more or maybe purchase them. But those are my star products from the brand. I also, just as an honourable mention, do also really like their niacinamide, beautiful strength, super hydrating. Their vitamin C is really nice as well if you want a pure form vitamin C. And I just think there's some really nice options from the brand, so one that you should definitely check out. Now, coming in at number 4, I'm prepared to be shocked, because I imagine quite a few of you might have guessed that this was the number 1 favourite all-time brand of 2020, but that is The Ordinary. Now, beautiful brand, fantastic formulations. I love so many of their products and recommend them to so many of you guys. So you're going to be wondering why at number 4 rather than higher up on this chart. Well, it comes down to a couple of factors. A, let's not forget, this is like the best of the best. This is like the top 5. I could only pick 5 brands which I absolutely love. So actually, they're doing all right to be in the list, full stop. But the reason I'm including them lower down on the list than maybe some of the other brands is, one, they've had a few stock issues during the year. It's because they're so popular and everyone wants to get their hands on the products, but they do tend to run out of stock, which for me is quite annoying. I like to stick to the same things in my routine. Something's a holy grail, I buy it and I kind of want it for the full year, and they've had a few stock issues. But I'm not reading them to filth too much for that, because that's the price you pay for being popular. I also would have liked a few more new brands. They've teased one, we know that there's a new product coming, but I would have liked to see a few more new products coming on, particularly in the areas of exfoliation, where they don't have a polyhydroxy acid, which I would love love, love, love if they included. And I just think a few more options in terms of cleansers. They have the amazing squalane cleanser, which I love, but I would like something that's maybe more balm-like, or maybe a gel cleanser. I think maybe just mixing it up a little bit and bringing a few new products wouldn't go amiss, which is why they're not number one on the list. But I love The Ordinary. Their price point is fantastic. Their ethics are amazing. They have a 23% off sale at the moment, so any of the links below, if you click that, you're getting 23% off already gorgeous pricing. My top two products would be this, which is the lactic acid 10% plus hyaluronic acid. Standout for my year. This is my go-to exfoliator at the moment, which actually, if I think, is a bit shady of me, because I've just read them for not having a polyhydroxy acid, but actually, I don't think anyone's going to tear me away from this. I love this product at the moment. And I'm also mentioning, which you could all guess, the argireline solution. This is Botox in a bottle. I love, love, love and fangirl this, and I've got so many of you guys onto this. You've tried it and you love it. Like, it's £5 and you get 23% off, so it's like £4 at the moment. Absolute bargain. And the very worst you can get from this product is some beautiful hydration around the eye area. The best is a 25% reduction in your fine lines and wrinkles. Like, honestly, just try it. It's an amazing product. Number 3, we have a joint contender. These are two brands which I just couldn't split apart. I kept thinking which I like slightly more than the other, and they couldn't. It was a dead heat. And this comes from Face Theory, which you guys, I did a whole brand review on this product line, which I'll link up there because I just love them so much. Their products are stunning. My favorite from them has to be this, which is the azeclear serum. I love this, but not available in all countries. So a second favorite product from them that I would check out if you haven't is the amil-c Whip Moisturiser. It's beautiful. It's got the vitamin C, it's got niacinamide, and it's got a gel-like dream whipped moisturising consistency. I love that. I also like their Pro Cleanser, which is fantastic. Okay, so I don't only do 2 products per brand. I love, love, love their products, and I will definitely link them all below. So check them out, because I think where these are slightly different to like The Ordinary is they have multi-active formulations. So you're throwing in more than just one active ingredient, which if you want to cut down on the amount of steps in your skincare routine, which some people do. I like a long, drawn-out routine, but some people like to cut back on the number of steps. Face Theory are a great brand to go to. In equal third place with Face Theory, and honestly, I couldn't choose between them, is this brand, Purito. I love this. It didn't seem right. For 2020, I think has been the year of Korean skincare. Okay, maybe, it was still quite big in like 2019, 2018, but I think in 2020 it's become mainstream. Everyone loves Korean skincare, myself included, and I think Purito are just like that stand-out brand that just made it super accessible to the West, and which we all bought into. Their Comfy Water Sunblock, stunning. Like, my go-to moisturising SPF during the summer months. It's light, you barely know you're wearing it, which is almost unheard of with an SPF, and I get great protection from it. This is their Centella Green Level Unscented Sunscreen. This is the chemical version. The Purito Comfy Water is the mineral version. I like that you've got the option, and both work really well. You get a slight white cast if you are a darker skin type with the Comfy Water. You get 0 white cast with this. So I just love that you're getting those options. Their other product, which I would fully recommend, is their Buffet Serum. Get the unscented. I bought the scented one, which smells nice, but I think if you're going to cut down on scent, I don't think you need it in serums. I love this. You've got a little niacinamide in there, but you've got some peptides in there. It's hydrating. It's going to brighten the skin. Absolutely stunning. So in third place, we have joint contenders of Face Theory and Purito. Totally different brands, offering totally different things from total opposite ends of the world. And yet I think both standout brands for me here in 2020. I'm going to just say, I said I'd mention a couple of instances, with like customer service and where I've experienced good or bad customer service. I'm going to call it out for Face Theory. Their customer service has been literally spot on. So the first order I put with them, I ordered like maybe 6 or 7 products to do that full brand review and try out, and one of the products came damaged. The lid was cracked on one of the jars. Got in touch with them. You can literally chat with them online, which is great. Same goes for Deciem, actually. I love these. So I got on their live chat, and I just explained the situation and said, really sorry to be bothering you, but got an issue. And they said, no worries at all. We're so sorry that your first experience with Face Theory has been, less than what we would ideally like it to be. And so we'll send you a replacement product, no quotes. And they also sent me a voucher for some money off my next purchase. That, top notch. The replacement product took 2 days to arrive. It's actually arrived quicker than the rest of the products, and I got a lovely little note in there saying, so sorry about your experience, I hope this makes up for it, and we look forward to welcoming you to our store again. I'm like, done. That is how you turn a negative interaction with a brand into a full positive. Now, coming in at number 2, and again, number 1 and number 2 was a little bit of a close call, couldn't really decide, but I'll explain why number 1 just pipped it. Coming in at number 2 is Geek and Gorgeous. I love this brand. This was so close to number 1. This was like almost there. So I did a full review on Geek and Gorgeous at your guys' recommendations, which I'll leave a link to there. You said you have to try this product. It's like their product lines are amazing. Their exfoliators are bomb. Some of the serums are great, and it's drugstore. I was like, okay, never heard of it. Hungarian skincare. Didn't know, there was a big, Hungarian skincare contingent, but tried it. Oh, and there should be, because this is absolutely, doing everything for Hungary. This is representing Hungary so well as a brand. I love them. Cruelty-free, which is fantastic. Their ethics are superb in terms of cutting down on their environmental impact with wastage and packaging. You can read a little bit about that on their website, which again I've linked below, but just really great to have that high environmental and welfare standard, which I think is super important. I also love their customer service. I had a couple of queries about their products and just like some of the concentrations and how they would work. So I emailed them. They got back to me within 40 minutes, which was like unheard of, and gave me all the answers I need and gave me a direct email for the person that had helped me so I could email them if I had other queries. I was like, wow, that's just going the extra mile and really helping. So I absolutely love their customer service, and their price point is stunning. If I had to choose 2 products, I mentioned in a previous video I did about their azelaic acid being a great dupe for the ordinary azelaic acid, which is sold out. So that has to be my number 1 recommendation from them. It says it's a 20% azelaic acid, but it's actually an azelaic acid derivative. So it's not quite comparable to a 20% azelaic acid. It's not that strong. I'd say it's on a par with about a 10%, which is perfect if you want to calm any irritation, reduce the amount of acne and breakouts that you're getting. A stunning serum. It's also water-based, which I think sometimes people struggle with the ordinary because it's a bit silicone and dimethicone. This won't have that problem. Sinks in like that. Beautiful product. I also, and it's so hard to choose between them, I would say their exfoliators are also standout. So you have the Cheer Up, the Calm Down, and I think the Glow Up or something like that. I'll leave links to them anyway. But I love them. They're one which has PHA, so polyhydroxy acid, and salicylic acid, is great for people that have breakouts but sensitive skin. We often forget that market exists. You assume if you're getting breakouts, you must have oily, robust skin and you can use any product. You really can't. Often people with acne and breakouts have sensitive skin as well. That's a beautiful exfoliator for that market, so I love that. And I just think their Cheer Up as well is a really nice product. Check out the full brand review I linked earlier, because honestly, there are so many good products to explore from them, and I would really recommend you check them out. Beautifully ethical, fantastic customer service. Product range is stunning, and I love how their little bottles look. They're different to the ordinary, so they stand out if you're using the both brands together, and I just think absolutely great. Now, before we get on to number 1, which I'm pretty sure most of you have guessed, but before we come on to number 1, I'm actually going to talk you through some honourable mentions, because you're probably screaming at the screen and saying, what about? Well, I've tried so many brands this year, from the likes of like Versed, I tried Ren, we tried some Hylamide, we had some Paula's Choice, we have had tried so many brands. Some of them really hit the mark, and some of them were just a firm fail, Mario Badescu. But for me, I think honourable mentions, which aren't featured in this top 5 because I had to limit myself, would be Paula's Choice. Beautiful brand, cruelty-free, some great formulations. Not in this video because I think their price point is just a little bit high for what you're getting. I think they're good products and there's certainly nothing wrong with them, and I do use Paula's Choice products, but I think if they were going to step it up a bit, if I was working for them and I was going to change something, I think that price point could be reduced just a tad. Hell, do you know what? They're probably making their money, bringing in that coin, and they don't need to reduce their price. But for me, I think the formulations are good, but they could just reduce the price a little bit. I also would like to see a reduction in the number of products. So I don't mind having loads of choice. I think consumer choice is great. But when that choice is really actually not that different. So they have like 3 or 4 cleansers, which all pretty much do the same thing, just have a different tag and a different name to them, different coloration on the packaging. Nothing meaningfully different between them. I think that's quite confusing for the consumer and just adds a layer of complexity we don't need. So I'd say tone down the product line and just shrink that cost a little bit, and I'd be fully sold, and they would be in the top 5. Also, I'm going to mention Ren, which I love. I mean, a great skincare brand. I love them, love them, love them. I'll leave a link below to a video I did exploring them. My issue with them, I think, is they include a lot of fragrance, natural, but still fragrance in all of their products, and it's kind of unavoidable, which I don't mind fragrance in skincare, but I do know a lot of you guys don't, and so I try to limit my recommendations with fragrance. Similarly, Aesop. Beautiful brand. If it was literally I was just thinking about me and my needs, I would put that in the top 5 for sure. I love Aesop, a fantastic Australian brand, cruelty free before it was trendy to be cruelty free, so I absolutely love that about them. And they have some beautiful products. Their parsley seed antioxidant, game changing. The only reason it's not in here is, again, that use, and I think maybe a little bit of an overuse of fragrance and essential oils in their products, which a lot of people, particularly those with sensitive skin, should just avoid. So I love them, but they're not in this list. Now, coming on to what you're all here for. What am I waffling on for? What you're here for is my number 1 recommendation, my best skincare brand of 2020. That has to go to this brand, NIOD. This looks really ratchet. I'm really sorry. I just used it so much and I love it. NIOD is stunning. Their brands are they're part of the Decium family. I've got their other products here, and I just love them. So what makes them different is you want a niacinamide serum, you can choose between 20 or 30 niacinamide serums. You want an exfoliating acid, there's so many out there. NIOD offers something that is totally different and unheard of on the market. So they don't have an exfoliating acid, for example. They have a non-acid acid precursor, which triggers your body to create its own natural acids, which is much more gentle and suitable for all skin types, but it still gives that gorgeous glow. They also take an antioxidant. Buy any antioxidant, include it in your skincare routine. However, the NIOD Survival, which is one of my top 2 recommendations from this brand, has 15 different types of antioxidants protecting against different wavelengths. And so if you are a full skincare nerd, and this is the brand for skincare nerds, they say that themselves, then actually get your hands on this product. I love this, which is the Sanskrit Sarpanins cleanser. It smells bougie, it smells luxury, and if you're going to buy one product from them to introduce you to NIOD, this is super affordable at I think it's like £16 here in the UK. You get 23% off again at the moment, so now's a great time to try the brand, but just super, super affordable and lovely. I love their NIOD Survival, which is also great. They do the SPF versions, but I go for the Zero. I think it's out of stock at the moment, but they have said they're going to be doing a restock at some point this year, so fingers crossed before the end of November when the sale runs out. I love NIOD. It takes ingredients and thinks about how it's formulated and how it's delivered into the skin, which is just other level. The reason why I toyed between this and Geek and Gorgeous for my number 1 was because a lot of the NIOD products are out of stock. I decided to still put them as number 1 because I don't think we can hold that against NIOD. So their popularity has been really stable for years and years and years, growing a little bit, but still it's one of those underground brands that people sort of came to a little bit later. And this year they've exploded. Well, I don't think brands can be held responsible for that. If, their popularity skyrockets, you can't just suddenly start making more product the next day. So I'm going to give them a little bit of leeway with that, but I am a hardcore fan. I love the fractionated eye concentrate, stunning eye cream, absolutely love that. I love some of their their mist. Absolutely beautiful if you want your antioxidant in a mist, and it's super hydrating. Their vitamin C, super powerful but works really well. Their the repigment. If you have hyperpigmentation issues, their repigment solves it like that. That was the really bad click. Let's do that again. Solves it like that. Absolutely love their repigment. It's sorted out my hyperpigmentation and I cannot recommend it enough. So guys, there you have it. My top 6 skincare products of 2020. I am going to give some more honourable mentions below. Things like Hylamide with their sub-Q skin and mist. If I liked more from the brand, they would be in this list, but that's really the 2 products I love from that brand, which is why they don't feature. But I'd love to know. So leave me a comment. How many did you get right? Be honest. Leave me a comment below. But also, have I missed any brands out that you'd think genuinely deserve a place in this top 5 list? Leave a comment below and let's get this conversation going. Wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care. Bye.